I had to get a mammogram last week, and I have to be honest, you guys, it freaking sucks. But they shove your boobs in these like vices and like move them around. It's super uncomfortable. Why have we not in this day and age found a better way to check out our boobs? Like, and I'm just wondering, like, would men want to put their scrotums in these vices and
Well,
like,
and they
see-
don't. That's the thing. They don't. So
I don't understand
honestly, I think, what we should be doing for women is ultrasounds and then the non-compression. That there is a product out there, and it's not out there. It's not in a lot of places where you lay down, and it's a non-compression, and it takes like this 3D picture of the tissue so that you can get a good look at it.
I would be for that, yes.
Welcome to Three Little Fishes. We're three sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children, have all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families.
Join us as we share secrets and stories about being women, wives, and mothers.
We welcome you to laugh along, learn something new, reach out, and join our conversation.
So let's jump in.
What's up, fishes?
What's up, fishes?
Nice to see you, girls.
How are you
Yeah.
girls? Are you back from your road trip from Virginia Tech?
We're back.
I didn't see any videos of you guys dancing at the bars or
I
on the
know.
bar
No.
tops or like at fraternities. You must have just had
You
a
know,
little weekend.
It was a little bit more low-key than normal, I will admit.
Yeah.
I think, I was kind of hoping we were going to like do the bar scene, but we did not,
No.
which is okay.
Yeah.
But
we went out to dinner a lot and sat outside a lot, like with beautiful weather. We helped Sarah pack up a little bit. We stomped around campus a little bit. And it was more low key.
We went
I
to a
think what
lacrosse
happens-
game.
We went to a lacrosse
And-
game. Maybe that's
I
like what
actually-
you get when you go out with a 22-year-old, like the
They're too
fun
cool to
threshold
go to the
is
bars.
just different.
Well, I mean, I actually thought I had been there a few years ago when Sarah actually was a freshman, and we went because my older son was looking at the school, and I got to see more of Virginia Tech this time, and I actually really thought it was nice.
Yeah,
It's
it's
a very
beautiful.
nice campus. It's huge.
Nice.
Like it's bigger than I
huge.
remember, but I was impressed by it.
Yeah, we did a lot of
Nice.
walking. It's a very hilly area, and it's really beautiful.
Oh,
And
yes.
everything was in bloom. So it was fun.
It definitely was hilly, and I have to say one other little comment I'm going to make is about Virginia. They have a lot
Yeah.
of police there,
They do.
Oh.
which I do not like
Well-
because
Well, how do you know that they have a lot of police? Did you have an issue? Like what? That's an interesting thing to like.
I did
point
I
out.
pulled over, but
I
then
warned
it was
her.
like, do not speed. And
You can't
I found
speed in the
myself-
state of Virginia. Like they're real
Well,
assholes.
Kathy, you too. I mean, people may not know this about you, but you like look very innocent, but you have a very, very heavy foot.
I know I should have been a race car driver. I mean, I literally should have been, but no, I mean, I wasn't trying to like do anything bad, but it just seems like going so slow. I'm like, oh, it was driving me
You
crazy.
mean going
And then
the speed limit like hurts your soul? Because they
And
will
then I
pull
got
you
lo-
over for like 5 over. Like they're really, really strict.
I know they
and
are.
they have a lot of that like video radar stuff. So, I mean, like I left Virginia Tech on Sunday night and I saw 5 police cars like within an hour and a half. So
Yeah.
I did
I
call
just-
Kathy several times and reminded her, like, don't speed. It's not worth it. You'll be so mad.
I know. And then my car like detoured me and I ended up in the mountains, which was actually lovely. But I had been like on this long trip from Philadelphia and I did not want to be, detoured like in the cow pasture. I mean, I literally was like, I got to get out of this car. But Virginia was very nice, but I don't know if I could live there because of that whole scene. I mean, I
Because
don't
of the
know.
popo, they're too much
Yeah,
for
the
you.
popo is no good for KK.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. It was fun
well,
though. It was great. Yeah.
I'm glad that you girls got to see each other. My weekend
Yeah.
was not that fun. And I just want to give you just like a little glimpse into one thing that happened is I was taking a shower one evening and Tim comes in the bathroom and is like, get out of the shower. Like an emergency. And I was like, get out of the shower. So I
Right.
get out of the
Whoa.
shower, like
Like, are
get
you
dressed. And-
soapy or are you like at the end of your
like-
shower
yeah,
or like
yes, I'm like taking a shower. So I'm like, okay, I have to rinse, but I'm like now anxious. I'm like, what is going on that there's like this emergency to get out of the shower? So I get out of the shower, I get clothes on, I go out. I'm like, what is that noise and what is happening? Our water heater, you guys, was making a horrible sound like
Oh,
an
no.
animal was trying to get out of it or something. And then we have a gas water heater, and
Yeah.
there's the flame that heats it, and it's
The
like
pipe,
roaring.
right? Yeah.
Like you can see the flame just roaring, and it's so big and bright. And I was like, oh, are we gonna blow up? Like, can you shut it off? He's like, I can't get to shut off. I'm smelling a little gas. It
Oh,
was a
geez.
little stressful. So we had to call the gas company to have them come out to like
do they
help
come
us
out
handle
right
it.
away? Like, how does that work? Do you evacuate your home?
That's
So
an
we
emergency,
decided
right?
We didn't evacuate. We did talk about it for a minute.
Everybody
but
in the
gas
pool.
Everybody in the pool. We just closed off where the water heater is, and we're like, don't walk by it. And we were like, that we
What do you
didn't
mean
really smell
closed it
anything
off?
with it.
Isn't
was
it in
closed
like
off.
so for our listeners, you live in a ranch and your water heater, I think, has its own like little closet area.
Mhm.
So you closed the closet and then decided not to walk by it, but no evacuation.
Yeah, I mean,
So
you
lucky
taped it
for
off.
us- So, but I mean, the
What?
gas smell wasn't bad. Like, unless it wasn't super, super
But you had
obvious.
flames.
Yeah,
You
but it
guys
was
get out of the
flames and
house. That
gas.
could be very dangerous.
It did feel that way for a minute. And so the gas company, to their credit, came very quickly and he was able to get it off. And he's like, we're not red tagging you. Like, the water heater has to stay off, but the rest of your gas lines and everything is fine.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't have to evacuate the house, but definitely call a plumber tomorrow and have them deal with it. But we ended up having to get a new water heater, which,
Yeah.
we're not going to,
Blow
Which
up,
we
new
even-
water heater. Blow up, new water heater.
right. So all in all,
Yeah.
we're in working order again. No gas smells. We're not leaking it and gas anymore. And we have hot water.
And
So
yeah, see, that's
it's
a plus
amazing.
for sure.
Danger,
Yeah.
danger. Yeah,
I
that's
can't
scary.
imagine
Oh,
a cold shower would just stink to high heaven.
Oh, no, they're terrible. They're terrible. All right,
They're
you
not
guys,
relaxing, that's for sure.
Not relaxing at all. Nancy, get out of the shower. Like, what? Okay, you guys. On today's show, we're going to be talking about what are we watching, health, etc., 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 and what's for dinner.
Yeah.
I just want to remind everybody to check out 3LF Pod /show notes to go and see all the extra goodies that we post, including the recipes. Check it out.
Mhm.
All right, y'all. What are we watching?
I started watching the Madison because I
The
love
Madison?
Michelle Pfeiffer is in this.
I
Yeah.
love her.
And I love
Yeah.
her and Kurt Russell. And I wasn't sure, what I would think of it. It's a little sad, but I'm not through it all, but I've watched a couple of the first episodes and I really like it. It's like really growing on me.
Okay.
So I think people should check it out.
Is
But
that
Kurt
a Taylor
Russell's not
Sheridan show?
It is. Yep.
But Kurt Russell's not really in it much, right? He's just kind of in it for a minute in the beginning, but it's really a Michelle Pfeiffer.
Well, I've only seen the first 2 episodes, so I mean, he's definitely in it, and there's flashbacks of,
Yeah.
Yeah.
their family and all that.
I'll
but
have to check it
she
out. I haven't
she
watched it.
definitely is the main character in this, and she's really good, and she looks amazing.
I love her too. Well, over the weekend, the Masters was on, and we watched a little bit when we had some downtime, but mostly I listened to the last round on my drive home.
Yeah, I did too.
And it's so weird to listen to golf because it's not like play by play like baseball is. It's not like, oh,
Right.
he really struck that ball great. It's going down the middle of the fairway. And then it's like, they're like, you hear the ball hit and then they're like, oh, well, that was unfortunate. It's in the second cut. That's going to be tough or something. It took me a little while to get used to how they comment on everything, but I was happy that McIlroy won, and I thought, he had such a strong start. I was happy to see him win.
I know, and he made it interesting. I mean, he was winning a lot. We thought it was going to be and then he screwed up, and then he finally came back. So it was fun to watch.
I thought Cam Young was interesting to watch. He was paired with McIlroy, and I was kind of rooting for him. Like, he was doing really well until he wasn't really in it. And I tell you who made a comeback too was Scotty Scheffler.
Yes. He got second place, right?
Yes. He was like really kind of he just couldn't quite turn the corner to close the deal to really make it tight. But I don't know. It was kind of fun to watch.
Did you guys see Sergio's like little tantrum that he had? On the tee box?
Yeah.
I was so disgusted by it. Can I say that? Oh, I just did.
Sure.
I was disgusted by it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what is your problem? And then he was like, at the news conference, he was like, he was asked about it. He's like, those things just happen. No, Sergio, they don't just happen. You don't just destroy the golf course, the tee, and your club and say it just happens. Give me a break.
Augusta is such a prestigious course, and they have so many rules, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like shocked that he hasn't had more disciplinary things happen to him after that, because someone was kicked out because they had their cell phone. I mean, he threw his club down, hit the cooler. I just think a professional golfer, obviously he's human, right? Like, we are all human, but a professional golfer is at a different level than me who shanks my shot or whatever.
Right.
I just think his behavior, that was bad. And he should have.
It was unprofessional.
The only thing is, he is a human. So, his emotions got him, and he should, I guess in that press conference is what I'm trying to say, is he should have been like, you know what? I messed up.
There was no humility by him.
Yeah, I apologize. That was terrible that I did that.
Yeah. And I'm better than that. The other interesting thing is, are we normalizing people's bad behavior because they're great at this sport or great at their job? Sure, we all have a bad day. We don't want to be judged by our worst day. But also, I feel like we're normalizing some of this really horrible behavior that we're seeing people do. And I don't understand it. I truly don't understand it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I am a golfer, and there are days you're like, what is going on? You're so frustrated. You're like, I do want to hit my club on the ground or whatever, but I don't think it is right. You have to have a little more sense and decorum to be like, okay, be mad internally, but you don't have to beat up stuff.
Right.
So talking about bad days, and what we're watching, I have started watching Big Mistakes by Dan Levy. Is it Levy? That's how you pronounce his last name. Yeah. And I love him. I think he's so funny.
Rachel Sennett, I think, is one of the writers too, and she's great.
I started watching it too, and last night I watched it. I was laughing out loud. His humor is hilarious.
The premise of the show is that he's a pastor, and he's got a big family. He's got two sisters, and one of his sisters got them in trouble, and they got involved with like mob people. And I was listening to him talk about the show, and he's like, when I was doing research to write for this show, it's amazing how many people just fell into like crime. It's really not,
It's
like
not
his
hard.
sisters.
Yeah.
His
It's just a
sisters
couple
like
bad
no big
choices,
deal.
and then you're in it.
Yeah. So, but I mean, I thought it was good, and I think that they set it up. Elizabeth Perkins is in it. They set it up for another season, and I'm in. I thought it was really good.
Like, would you guys? Who would you guys be? Would you guys be into crime?
No.
Like the sister seems to like roll with it, and he's like, "No, I can't do this. This is like what?"
I think the
Like, would you guys do it?
Could accidentally fall in crime. She would like accidentally do something, and then she'd be like, "I have to fix it." And then all of a sudden, she's like, "Oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I'm in it now. Do I tell Tim? Do I not tell Tim?"
Like where they're like, get in the truck. I have to get in the truck. So funny.
I mean, you could see how it could happen, right? Like, what are you gonna do?
I would never have stolen anything in the first place.
No, you guys, I can't. I beat myself up over the silliest things. Can you imagine me stealing something? No, that's not my thing. But no.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty funny.
You guys should check it out.
I also finished watching High Potential, which is also, like a cop show, and they left it as a cliffhanger. And I was like, which I did really like the cliffhanger, but I also am kind of ready for this, like the storyline to be done. Like find the husband or don't find the husband. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm kind of over it. We've had 3 seasons of where the hell is the ex-husband or the husband. So I'm ready to move on. I will say I also went and saw Hail Mary at the theater with Ryan Gosling, and I really liked it. We both really, really liked it a lot. I thought it was like a nod to sort of a classic film. The pace is slow. There's not any the whole thing I think was filmed in CGI, but there's no like special effects that the audience is seeing really. There's no like flashes and lasers and all this stuff. There's no car chases. It's all just like acting. Hopefully he'll get a nod of some sort because I thought Ryan Gosling did a really good job. And I saw him interviewed and he said the whole thing, he was like acting toward like a little blob. Like they had like this little thing because it's all CGI because it's in space. Right. So I thought that was sort of.
That has to be hard, right?
Yeah.
To just be like.
To act like, that would be hard.
So Hail Mary, the book is supposed to be really good. I have many friends who've read it and said the book's really good. We really want to see it here. My whole house wants to see it, and we just haven't been able to, find the time to go. But it's definitely on our list.
It's worth watching. The pace is very slow, though, so everybody just take a beat and enjoy the experience. Popcorn. That's my note.
So, 2 other shows, you guys, that I'm obsessed with right now that have just, I finished Shrinking this season, and I thought they did a really good job, and I really liked it. I thought it was kind of pulled on my heartstrings a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
This season. And also Hacks is back it's HBO, right, Linda? Hacks?
Yes.
The final season.
So.
Yeah, it's the final season. I watched like half of it with Sarah. I haven't seen the other half. I was still at Virginia Tech, so I haven't finished watching it, but I will. I do really like that show. I think it's such a clever write, and it keeps my interest. It's really well done.
So you guys, another show I just kind of fell into was what was it called? The Shrinking. I got to put my glasses on.
The Miniature Wife.
The Miniature Wife.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on Peacock. All right. I had some technical difficulty, but now I'm back. So I got frustrated. I was watching The Miniature Wife because of all the breaks for commercials. And I was telling Tim about this, and he was explaining to me about the commercials and the revenues and how the streamers work. And he had some really good insight. So I thought it'd be fun to invite him on and have him explain it to you personally. Tim Wilsbach's here with us. He's been in the business 28 years. He's an Emmy Award winner. Welcome.
Welcome, Tim.
Hello.
Welcome, Tim.
What's
Happy
happening?
to have you. So we were just talking about TV shows and how the streaming services, some of them, even though you're paying for your service, we still have to sit through commercials. So what's your take on why we have to keep suffering through commercials when we are paying a premium?
So basically the reason that you have to watch commercials now on services that you pay a monthly fee for is because that monthly fee is not enough to produce content. That's the numbers don't work at their current level. You know, you're paying, I don't know, whatever, $8, $12, $15 a month. It does, the math doesn't work out basically. So if you go back to like the 80s and 90s and the 70s and the 60s, basically the last 100 years of television, we had this basic social contract that was, listen, for every hour of television, we're going to give you about 42 minutes of the program, the entertainment. And then in return, we're going to feed you 18 minutes of ads, right? That's what's going to pay for all this cool stuff that we're beaming into your house. Well, when the streamers came along, specifically Netflix, that started this whole deal, and they said, no, you know, they had all this money because, you know, big tech and lots of investment and kind of the economics of their business wasn't really real, right? Like they had a bunch of money because their whole idea was land and expand. They wanted to get as many eyeballs, suck up all the customers into their ecosystem, and then, you know, become essentially effectively HBO or a cable network on their own, and then kind of go from there. Mm-hmm. So basically the economics don't work as they are. The television really needs to be advertising supported. That's how it can really be funded to make it work for everyone involved, the people that make it and the people that consume it. Without, you know, we're going to have to find this equilibrium basically between how much you're willing to pay per month and how many ads you're willing to see. Because now that genie's already out of the bottle, right? Like we all know what it's like to watch a television show and not get interrupted with commercials every 10 minutes. It's annoying. So the genie's a little bit out of the bottle. So we'll have to just figure out, the business will have to figure out somehow how to make that a better situation now. Because as a consumer, it's really annoying to sit through those commercials. As a person that makes his living cutting television, creating television, it makes a lot of sense from a business standpoint. I like to pay my mortgage, and the way I can do that is through advertising. So we're still in this wild west of figuring out how it all works and how streaming is ultimately going to change long term. It's changed it short term in a really different way that you're noticing, that I'm noticing, that the business is noticing, but we're not on the other side of that yet. So hope that helps.
So if you're watching commercials on Peacock, it's part of their revenue. It's part of how they pay everybody, how they're able to like, put these shows on. So it's like, part of me is like, well, this is great. I want my friends that write and who direct and who act and who cut TV. I want them to have a job, and I love the content. So what? Maybe I shouldn't be so precious that, oh, poor me, that I have to like sit through a few commercials to like be entertained and watch a show.
Yeah.
So, so it's maybe changing my perspective a little bit about like.
Yeah, I mean, I think the way Tim explained it though makes sense. I think for me it's like, you know, I think when you're thinking, oh, I paid to have this like subscription, I shouldn't have to deal with commercials. But you're right, it's only a small percentage of what you probably should have paid. So It
It's
does
very
make
hard
sense to
though,
me.
because like all the different services have different shows. And who can, I mean, if you add it all up, it turns
Yeah,
out
you
to be
can't
like
have like
$100 and something a month to watch a show. And then you're still getting
Right.
commercials. And bonus, I can't watch like the Chicago Cubs when I want. And
Right.
I have to listen to commercials, and I'm
Right.
fighting to try and find the things that will be interesting to watch. So I don't think that they've
Right.
come up with a solution that's like got longevity. Somebody's going to have to be pushed out of the marketplace. And I don't know.
yeah,
I
I
don't
mean,
know
like
what's going to happen,
that's what
but
my beef is
it
with
is
it. I don't want to
frustrating.
have 10 subscriptions to all these things. It's like
Yeah,
I'll
it's
pick
too
a
expensive.
couple and like,
It
okay,
is.
if I don't get to watch whatever someone else is talking about, so be it. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get the frustration. I mean, I think Tim was trying to watch the Kings game last night. Is it playoff hockey right now? Maybe.
Yeah, it's
And it
getting, it's
was,
gearing up. It's like the end of
and
the
it was
regular
like,
season. Everybody's fighting for like all their wild card spots, and then playoff hockey
yeah.
starts soon.
And it was blacked out here on the streamer that he had. So he was like, "Are you kidding me?"
Right.
So I
I
do think
feel
there's
that all the
problems with
time.
it. I
So
do think
yeah,
there's problems with it. But I think also it's frustrating because I think people do still want to watch TV. There's value in it. There's value in these shows. There's value in the creative world. And I wish that we could figure all this out so that the creatives can keep creating. We can
I
still get
agree.
entertainment and, and not also feel like we're going bankrupt or frustrated with
Right.
all different ways these streamers work. So
Right.
it's
yeah.
just
Agreed.
interesting.
Well said.
All right, you guys, let's move on to health and etc. So what got us talking about health and etc. Is I had to get a mammogram last week, and I have to be honest, you guys, it freaking sucked. Can I just say that? It was terrible.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
do not have huge boobs. There's, I feel like I'm a normal, I don't know what to say about it, but they shove your boobs in these like vices and like move them around. It's super uncomfortable. Why have we not in this day and age found a better way to check out our boobs? Like, and I'm just wondering, like, would men want to put their scrotums in these vices and like squish them around and
Well,
like
and they
see?
don't. That's the thing. They don't. So
I don't understand
honestly,
it.
I think, what we should be doing for women is ultrasounds, and then the non-compression. That there is a product out there, and it's not out there. It's not in a lot of places, where you lay down and it's a non-compression, and it takes like this 3D picture of the tissue so that you can get a good look at it.
I would
It
be
is
for that.
unfortunate
Yes.
that we haven't come up with a better answer,
Yeah,
but
it's
it
crazy.
is so critical for your health.
Right.
I was watching an interview on TV like last week or something, and Charlie's Angels just turned 50 years old, the TV show. And
Yeah.
all three of those ladies were talking about their friendship and how they have, maintained this friendship for 50 years and supported. Each one of them have had breast cancer at one point in their
Oh
life.
boy.
Yeah.
And it was just such a powerful message and they all were like, get in there, get the mammography. It is the best forward tool we have to try and catch cancer early. And I
Yeah.
think that is really the secret, is catching it early. So it's not fun.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not comfortable, but
Yeah.
it's so critical for
And
your health.
it is funny when I was like when you're in the waiting room, like you're in your robes, and there's
Yes.
it's
I
this
mean,
little
it
lounge.
is
You have like all this eye
ridiculous.
contact with different women though that are like, I got you. Like it's these like eyes, like
Yes.
like the kind eyes of being like, I've got, you got this,
Yeah,
like
it's
good for you. Like
stressful.
it's like you're kind of fist bumping each other, like doing it. So like,
Well,
Yeah.
because
I mean,
everybody's at a different stage. Some are getting just a
right.
regular, some are getting a diagnostic, some are going in for something else. And, you just don't know. And it is stressful, but,
yeah.
you
I mean, I
don't
feel
want,
like I've been going to the same place for like 10 years, and I literally get the same woman every year, but I think I get stressed out not only because they squeeze you, but like I have a hard time. She'll be like, "Hold your breath, don't make a move." And I'm like, ah! Like I'm like, I can't even hold my breath that long. It's ridiculous. Like,
I know.
but it
It
is
is
super
stressful.
important. And I do want to say just a couple things about some statistics because women definitely need to get screened, and it's very important because even if you're diagnosed, the earlier you catch it, your prognosis is significantly better. And,
Yeah.
you know, and you'll probably completely survive it. But if you
Yeah.
wait, you won't. So, like 1 in 8 women develop breast cancer. I don't know if y'all knew that, but that's
Yeah. It's
That's
you
high.
a
know,
like
it,
shocking statistic.
and it's the most common cancer of women that is the number one. So, this year, 321,000 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer. I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And like, I hate to say this, but 42,000 women this year will die of it.
Oh gosh.
And
That is
yeah,
high.
but the big thing is that the risk with breast cancer is the older you are, you're more at risk. And they say like the median age for getting breast cancer is 62. So older women are definitely in a bigger risk category, but they are seeing younger women. It's starting to creep up in
I
these last
wonder
few
why.
years. So, I mean, I think all women need to just be very proactive and get
Yeah.
screened, is what I'm trying to
I
say.
know. Love your boobs no matter what size and make sure they're healthy.
Yeah.
It's
Go with
okay
a
to get
friend.
squeezed. Just do
Yes.
it.
Go
Yes.
get your squeeze. I know. I was like texting a couple of my girlfriends and one of my friends, like, what are you doing? I always treat myself after a mammogram. Or
Yeah.
I know I should. And I think I did. I think we ended up going out for ice cream that night because I was like, yes, I do need to treat myself. Like,
Yes.
Do you
I'll
know
do
what
my
Whatever you need to
feelings.
do to get yourself through it.
Do you know this is like stupid, but I do it at our hospital here, and I always get a hot chocolate after because it's like
Yeah.
I love hot
Comforting.
chocolate and it's
Yeah.
comforting, and I'm like, I am getting that hot chocolate today.
And bring on the extra marshmallows. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys, you know what else I had to do, which made my weekend not very fun because I got it on Friday, is I had to get my second shingle shot.
Yes.
So I'm like at the age where I had to get my shingle shot. So I got my second one. I got through the first one okay, but the second one, you guys, was brutal.
Yeah, I
Brutal.
had that experience too.
I was in the bed, like as
Yeah.
Linda would say. Like I
Yeah.
was in the bed. And Tim's like, "Are you all right?" And I was like, "I don't know. I'm not all
No.
right." And then by
No.
dinner time, like I had gotten through the day, I was in bed still. And he's like, "Okay, have you turned the corner yet?" No, I've not
No.
turned the corner yet.
Like, leave me
no.
alone.
Mine was
No.
like 20 hours. I was like down. I just did not
Yeah.
feel good. I felt like I had the flu, sort of.
Yes.
But it's way better than
Terrible.
getting shingles. Like shingles
Yeah.
is no good. No
No,
bueno.
shingles stinks. And
I remember.
I think my arm, I don't think I had a terrible reaction to it, but my arm, I just remember my arm. I literally, I mean, I thought COVID hurt my arm.
Yeah.
Nothing compared to what shingles did.
Well,
It's
I just
definitely
remember
tough.
our dad got shingles in his eye, right? And that was
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
terrible for him.
So
Yeah.
I
Well,
think
it's
the
great.
recommendation is if you're over 50, get your shingle shot. It's a 2-part vaccination, and it's definitely worth doing. I know we're kind of like make it seem dramatic, but it's way better to be in the bed for half a day than get shingles. You
Yeah.
don't want shingles.
Yeah, I
They're
mean,
very, very painful. So if you're over 50, talk to your doctor about getting a shingles vaccine. It's worth it.
shingles is basically caused by the varicella zoster virus that causes chickenpox, like when you're little.
Yeah.
I had chickenpox when I was little because they didn't have a vaccine, but now
Right.
they do have a vaccine. But what
Right.
happens is it lives in your body, and then when you're older and under stress and things,
Yeah.
when you're over 50, it shows its head again, and that's why people get shingles. So
Yeah.
people over 50, you need to get a shingle shot because you probably 1 in 3 people will get it. So
I mean, that is incredible.
you definitely want to
Also
get the
high.
vaccine because
Very
you do not
high.
want to get it
Yeah.
because it's painful. It a lot of times causes like a skin rash that like is
Yeah.
blistering for 7 to 10 days. It itches, it burns, you get a fever. Like there's a lot of bad things that happen. And and some people end up like with post like herpetic neuralgia, which is long-term pain. I mean, I don't think anything good comes from getting shingles. So get your vaccine.
It's not worth it. Just do it. Just go get the shot.
Like Nike, just do it.
And they even say now that kids that have the chickenpox vaccine, you still could get it later on in life, but it's like a lot less, like,
Okay.
you know, and some may never get it at all. So we just didn't have that when I was growing up. So
Okay, so I think the other thing we did for the health, et cetera, is Kathy and I, when we were in Virginia, we walked the hills a lot, but we also tried
Walk the
to
hills.
get a little exercise, and we tried Tai Chi walking. And we found this video and we did it in the field, Tai Chi walking. And I think we thought it was going to be like you do something, move like arm movements as you're walking, but really it's like
they
you're
say
moving
walking
your legs and you're moving your arms at the same time.
Yeah.
Right?
So that was a little deceiving because it wasn't like real walking. It's just you're moving.
Yeah.
They should call it Tai Chi moving, really.
Yes. Yes.
But
I've done it like 4 times since the weekend as like a little warm up for like other things I've been doing. And I kind of like it. Like we did this like 10-minute like little video, and she moves pretty fast. And I think if you put some like little hand weights to like make it even a little bit more, I mean, I kind of liked it. And it's no impact. Like you're not bouncing up and down, you're not jumping, you're just getting like a little cardio.
It definitely is low impact. I did it as well, and I liked it too. In the end, I was actually out of breath, and I was like, "Oh, this actually does increase your heart rate." And
it does.
It was because they kind of advertise it as like you don't need to go on the treadmill and like be running and doing all this stuff, and they show how like before and afters, like how you look amazing. Well, I think if you stick with it, you probably would see results.
I agree.
It's just like a little bit more like I feel like aerobic exercise, like
it's kind of like those aerobics classes we used to go to.
Yeah, right? I mean, it's a lot of moving your arms around. You have to be a little bit coordinated to do it.
A little bit coordinated.
Yeah, but it's good. I would say yes, a thumbs up for it.
Yeah.
Well, and a little bit mindful, right, of like the movements. And maybe it's a way to kind of shut your brain down in a different way because you have to totally be focused on the movement, right? And not anything else. Yeah. So if you're looking for maybe a little brain break, this might be a good 10-minute exercise to try.
And I think they have different length videos, but like 10 is a good number to start with, I think. Yeah.
All right, y'all. What's for dinner?
Okay, so I have dinner. I think I've talked about this before, but I try to make dinner pretty, like maybe 6 times a week. I make dinner at home. And I love Asian food. We grew up in a house that ate some like Japanese food. I'm using air quotes.
You see
So
air quotes.
I also am obsessed.
Well,
Like
it's
my
because our parents lived in Japan for a
Yeah,
little while because
little
our
while.
dad was in the military, and they love
Yeah.
Japanese food.
Yeah.
So mom tries to do her own version of Japanese food
Right. And we all
from
love
her
it.
memory.
So yeah.
from her memory.
So I also was on Instagram, and my algorithm is filled with food. Like I watch all kinds of videos on people making food. And
you
there's
do.
this,
You sent me so many. Should we try this?
So
Should we try
many.
this? How hard would this be? Do you
I
think this
know.
is really spicy?
I know. And my next thing is I'm going to make my own ketchup later. But anyway, I was watching this father-son that I love. It's like this 10-year-old boy, and his dad must be a chef. And they're always like creating these little like recipes in their kitchen. And they call it a blanket dumpling. So, Asian dumplings that are all like
Yeah.
folded really cute, and you
Yeah.
pan fry them, and
They're
then
delicious.
you steam them and blah, blah, blah. And
Yeah.
I love them. But I can't do the little like close it all up and make it cute. Everything always falls out. And I just have gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm not going to do it. Even watching like that Crazy Rich Asian, you know how they showed you and they sit there and they
Yes, they
fold
did
them
it
all
at-
up.
Yeah.
I've tried to do it and I can't do it. So I thought, okay, I'm going to do this. And I made these blanket dumplings. You use whatever ground meat you had. I happen to have ground pork, and you shred a carrot, put some garlic, and you put some aromatics in there. And then you make these little balls, and then you put them in a pan with some oil, just like a little like nonstick pan. And then once it's kind of starting to cook, you put these wonton wrappers on it, and you sort of like squish the wrapper around the meat. And then you put a little bit of water in it, and it steams, and you put a top on. I really liked it a lot. It makes a lot of dumplings. So a pound of meat for 2 people is like way too much. But I probably could have frozen the balls of meat and then put them in the freezer, and then you could pull them out as you want to use them. My husband thought they were a little bland because the sauce you put on it is soy sauce and garlic crunch chili sauce. Like you mix it together. For me, that really gave it a lot of extra flavor. So I did modify the recipe a little bit and gave real like measurements. So give it a try. It's very simple. Side salad, a little bit of rice. It's filling. It's nutritious.
Yeah.
There's not a lot.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
So, and you don't have
It
to
does sound
pinch
good.
and make the little purses or whatever you call them.
My family
So,
loves dumplings too, and I usually
we
just
love
buy them
them.
at Trader Joe's.
Yes, I do
So,
too.
I guess they're gyoza. Is gyoza and dumplings the same?
Yeah,
I
I think
mean,
they're
I think they
same
are.
They're
family.
similar, right?
Yeah.
They're similar. I know it'd be
Yeah.
interesting. Like Linda, it'd be interesting to see. I'm gonna try it your way. To be nice to not have to buy them.
It's super easy, and everybody can help. Like you shred a carrot, easy, squish some garlic, green
Yeah.
Yeah.
onions, and you have all the other things. It's like sesame oil, soy sauce, mirin. I mean, it's things
Serve
you
it with a
probably
little
already
rice.
have. Yeah, and a
Yeah.
little steamed rice. I did
Yeah.
top it with some more fresh green onion and some sesame seeds, which
Mm.
I thought
I love sesame
gave it
seeds.
like a nice flavor too. So anyway,
Yeah.
happy dumpling making, everybody. Let us know if you try it and if you like it.
Sounds good. Well, we want to thank you for listening to our podcast and letting us sisters jump into your day. Please continue to follow us at 3littlefishes.com and make sure you sign up for our exclusive content and recipes. Please follow us at 3LFPod on social media to be part of our daily conversation. Have a wonderful weekend. Sisters out.